Hello, this is Cody. This is my AMP project assignment number 2. Talking about the 3 campaigns that we're going to be looking at today. I do apologize for the poor video quality, but I realized I didn't have a mic on my netbook here, so I had to use my iPhone. In this assignment, it says an organization is working on creating some PSAs to convince teens not to purchase counterfeit products. On the following pages are 3 different ideas for how the PSAs could accomplish this goal. Each of the 3 campaigns tells the same story about counterfeit products, but they do it in a different way. In this assignment, you will be sharing your reaction and feedback to the ideas. Moving on to the first assignment that I am fixing to read. Sorry if I stutter on my responses, but this is the first time I've actually looked at it. Campaign A. This campaign focuses on the people who are impacted by counterfeit products. It shows how buying, selling, and manufacturing counterfeit products victimizes people at every step of the process. The victim should include someone like you or me, who pays $75 for a fake iPod that never works properly, and the 8-year-old boy who pays with a childhood spent making fake iPods in a third world sweatshop. This is the PSA. This is the little picture that they've got on here. First question says, after reading the description and looking at the image, what is my initial reaction to the campaign idea? My initial reaction would have to be that it is actually pretty cruel to think that somebody actually stuffs a child into a sweatshop to make all these crappy products. What is the exact message or impression that I am receiving from this campaign? I'm definitely getting the vibe that counterfeit products really are not good. They're pretty much not good in any way because the consumer gets a crappy product, which obviously doesn't make him very happy. I myself have the iPhone 4, which I personally bought from AT&T, so I know that it's not counterfeit. And also, that the message I'm receiving is that, that little kids shouldn't be spending their childhood in a sweatshop, and it's just overall not good. What is interesting about this campaign? What's interesting is in the picture that they provide, there's many broken iPods, many cracked screens on the touch, or the fake touch, I guess, and the fake classic iPod. There is a couple of pictures. There's one particular picture about a little African boy that looks to be sweating pretty profusely, which I guess goes to the term sweatshops. What do I like about it? I do like that they show evidence of, pretty crappy, I guess what you could call it, how they manufacture it is just pretty crappy. Not really manufactured, it's just kind of thrown together. What do I dislike about it? I do dislike this girl over here in the bottom right corner who seems, see if I can get it, that one right there, who seems to be screaming. I guess she just got a fake iPod and dropped it on some carpet and it cracked into 1,000 pieces. I don't like it because she kind of seems like a brat that her parents were just trying to help her out anyhow. Of course, they didn't obviously do too much good. How would I imagine this coming to life through a real PSA? I could imagine this being like a commercial on TV, much like the meth commercials and stuff I talked about in my first video. I could see that, it would start off with a little kid, or actually a bunch of little kids going down an assembly line, making these products and really not doing really not knowing what they're doing. They just got a simple job instructed and, working like 16, 18, 20-hour days or whatever it is. I could see that, and then I could see the whole process of them making it, then the people getting the box, and I could, getting it boxed up, and I could see the boss man where they kind of cut off his head. They don't show above his head because that kind of implements a shady character like in most movies, or it implements like the boss man, like I said. And I could see it being manufactured, to little vendors that are on side streets and stuff like that. And then also to the consumers that get it and really just are not happy with the product. Moving on to the second campaign. Again, sorry for the movement, but this is my phone, not a stationary laptop. Campaign B says this campaign focuses on how really bad counterfeit products are. Emphasis on the really. It shows that they are made of poor quality materials, are constructed poorly, and are bad imitations of the real products. Even if that fake iPod looks like a real one, it may never work properly, and there is no chance of a return or exchange when they are bought from shady street vendors or websites. Even worse, these bad goods are the cause of problems bigger than that broken iPod, like child labor. The PSAs from this campaign will be informative and a documentary expose style. So I'm looking at it and I'm seeing a bunch of fake products like a PCP, which blows my mind that somebody would actually try to make it look like a PSP. And you got the Game Joy, obviously modeled after the Game Boy. Looks like you have the Polystation, which definitely is not going to work because everybody knows that PlayStation is one of the best gaming systems there is, aside from the Xbox, that is. I'll see a couple more little photos of purses being ripped. I mean, purses rip anyhow, but anyhow. After reading the description and looking at the image, what is my initial reaction to the campaign idea? My initial reaction is definitely that all these are counterfeit products, and, since 3/4 of the pictures are like of a purse is ripped or an iPod cracked, or, stuff like that, it definitely shows that counterfeit products aren't really doing, they're not really up to par as far as the quality of them. While they may be, 75% or 80% cheaper than an actual one, it's really just better to go save the money, because you could go through 10 of them in the time you could go through one real product, such as like a real iPod made by Apple. What is the exact message or impression that I'm receiving from this campaign? Basically what I just said, that counterfeit products they just won't hold up to everyday use like most of the products are tested to do, most of the name brand products are tested to do. What is interesting about this campaign? I would say that what's interesting to me is just the PCP thing blows my mind. That and the Polystation, the fact that somebody would actually try to name it very close to the actual gaming system. I'm big into gaming, so that's why it sticks out to me. And also the Game Joy. What do I like about it? I do like how they show the quality in the products. Well, the lack of quality in the products, I should say. What do I dislike about it? Not really too much I can say that I dislike about it, except in this one, there's a cologne bottle, and I cannot read what the name of it is, but I'm sure it's after, like say if you had David Beckham cologne, you could have Charlie Beckham or, some stupid crap like that. How would I imagine this coming to life through a PSA? I could most definitely see, like down here in the bottom in the center, there's a shoe that's been ripped up. I could most definitely see, somebody walking down the street with some counterfeit Nikes or whatever, whatever brand they normally would get, but they got the counterfeit ones, and say, the sole of it just rips right off, and they trip and fall and, break an ankle or something. It would be it could be a series of events that led up, someone being in the hospital or something like that, but I could see somebody tripping and falling and breaking a hip because their sole just ripped completely off while they was just walking down the street. And campaign C. This campaign will focus on giving you the inside scoop about counterfeit products. The campaign will feature a sleazy vendor selling counterfeit goods on the street. Instead of his usual sales pitch, he'll tell you the real truth about the product he sells. He might say that this is a genuine piece of crap fake iPod that will never play your music. Why? Because it was handmade, in parentheses, using faulty parts and assembled in 5 seconds by young kids in a sweatshop. The PSAs from this campaign will take a tongue-in-cheek comical approach, but the cold facts behind the humor will be hard to ignore. After reading the description and looking at the images, what is my initial reaction to the campaign idea? Pretty much I can see that this campaign idea is based on humor, because you got this guy, and I don't really know who it is, but I'm sure it's some type of actor. This guy right there. And he's kind of holding up the OK sign, and above it says guaranteed not to last. I thought that was pretty funny, but at the same time, it is, while it's comical and humorous, it's definitely straight to the point. I mean, you can't really get much to the point than guaranteed not to last about when you're talking about counterfeit products. The exact message or impression that I'm receiving from this campaign, definitely that it's comical. I see a repeat of one of the pictures from the other campaigns. The impression I get, I mean, if anybody knows anything about Apple and their iPods, I can tell like a structural default just in the way they look. I can tell if it's fake just by, the dimensions of the screen and everything else. And that one on the right there is definitely 100% fake. What is interesting about the campaign? Oh, wait, I think I just did that. What do I like about it? I like that it shows some humorous things. I like that it shows the guy over there guaranteed not to last, and down there at the bottom right, it's got a bunch of the purses like I was talking about in my first video about buying my girlfriend the Coach purse. It says genuinely fake, which pretty much any purse, like if it's Coach or Gucci, like anything that you see outside of a store, you can guarantee it's fake, because they don't have $300-400 purses just hanging on a rack for people to come walk by and snatch up. What do I dislike about it? Not too much. I mean, I guess this picture up here is with the 3 girls up there. I don't really know what they're doing, and it doesn't really have any significance, I don't think. And if it does, I can't tell it, because I can't tell what the significance to the campaign is. But other than that, nothing really. How could I imagine this coming to life through a PSA? I could definitely see, like kind of a narrator in the background talking about the consequences of counterfeit products, and I could definitely see the picture of this guy with the OK sign with guaranteed not to last. I could see somebody working in a sweatshop once again, making these things, just popping them left and right like every 10-20 seconds, and seeing the consumer just not overall pleased at all with the products. Anyhow, that's my opinion on all 3 of these campaigns. Thank you very much.